Sometimes it feels like I'm leaving myself behind, but then I have to remind myself that I'm not leaving myself, I'm leaving behind the concrete and wooden floors. Me, I'm going with myself. My emotions, my memories, my personality, my essence is going with me, and it will always go with me. So I am moving my studio today, my art studio, my art space, and yeah, it's just a space, a room that I use to create art, my videos, content. Sculpt, that is a new one. I have sculpted also from polymer clay. But yeah, primarily I paint, and I have painted most of my paintings here. It's also my childhood house, so this house is where I actually started painting. 10 years ago or so. Yeah, it's dear to me, and change is sometimes hard, maybe always, especially if it's a big change like this. Basically, I'm moving because my family rented this house and now we are gonna stop renting it. So me and my partner are going to a separate apartment. And yeah, I'm just gonna start moving now. I wanted to sit here and talk to you a little bit because I thought that maybe something smart is gonna come out of my mouth, but I don't know, I feel pretty blank right now. I am just a little nervous to pack my things up, and I guess I'm just gonna start. Last thing I needed to do before starting to move my studio was packing up my last Etsy orders. I'm closing my Etsy shop and I'm moving solely on Shopify because I don't like Etsy. I don't like the big fees, I don't like how it looks, and I don't really like the vibe that is going on there. Etsy is okay, but I just don't feel like it's suitable for my art business anymore. And I want to be able to customize my site as I please. And yeah, I just feel better and freer with having my own art shop. I have packed a lot of orders here, and yeah, just like that, I packed the last ones. Before I packed up my paintings, I had to varnish them. Varnishing is an annoying task to me and I always procrastinate with it. I don't varnish my paintings until they are sold, or I wait for a year. But yeah, I decided to varnish the paintings before I pack them because I don't want to deal with that in my new apartment. Sometimes in the moment it feels like changes are bad and everything is going wrong. Sometimes it feels like I'm going somewhere that feels like worse situation than before, like I am spiraling down. But usually I realize soon that I have to clean up a lot of older things that don't serve me anymore, and it looks like I'm losing a lot of stuff. But I have to clean it up and make space for the new things, new better things to flow in. The example would be that I'm now moving to a smaller apartment and I have less space for my things and for my art studio, and it looks like a downgrade on one side. But on the other hand, I'm gaining a fresh start, a fresh chapter. I am in a lot of ways saying goodbye to my childhood and hello to my real adulthood, where I am truly becoming independent and starting to do the things I really want to do and live the life I want. And sometimes it feels like a lot of empty and scary space. I didn't wanna empty this space out, and I can connect that with my own head. I don't really wanna solve my issues, because sometimes I feel like, what's gonna be left of me if I put the old things behind? I have realized that emptiness can be a really good thing. We are all creators at heart. I think that we all need to express in some way to feel fulfilled and on purpose and to be happy. And letting go of old things that don't serve us anymore makes a wide open space to create something new. We always evolve, so what we expressed 10 years ago, 5 years ago, maybe even a month ago, is not our true reflection anymore, because we are always changing, we are always evolving. So we need wide open spaces, consistent open spaces to express freely and to grow through that. And that is, in my opinion, the most important thing about letting go of the old. Hanging on to stuff, it may be a house or some thoughts or emotions, is harder than letting go. In the moment, maybe it seems like it's better to just hang on to the known and that is gonna give me safety. But I can now, at 26 years old, say confidently that hanging on to stuff is harder than letting go in the long run. If I let go and I let myself cry, I let myself grieve, I let myself feel how the letting go feels in a day or two, depending on what I'm letting go of, I will feel so much better. If I'm letting go of something bigger, maybe it will take longer time, but at the end, it's so much better to let go. It feels so much freer when, on the other side, holding on to something that doesn't serve me anymore feels consistently like a burning blister that is always there, distracting my inner peace and putting some sort of worries in my head that could just as easily not be there. And I could be just a little freer and a little happier. Before I finish up this cleaning, I want to briefly talk about Patreon. I have a Patreon. I am trying to grow my page there to make even better exclusive posts and content. And if you are interested in more content from me, exclusive videos, exclusive studio updates, some art making that I don't share elsewhere, or art mail to your door every month, you are so welcome to check out my Patreon. No pressure, but if you're interested and if you can, I'm gonna be so grateful. And also I'm doing some other changes to my platforms. Nothing too major, but all for the better, all for the cleaning of old things so new, better energy can flow in. And I'm gonna talk about all the changes that I'm gonna be doing in my next video, I think. I have cleaned up my art space, and a friend came and helped us move all the furniture until only the white walls and some trash on the floor were left of my old studio. So the art studio is all cleaned up, except I have to vacuum and I have to put all the nails out of the walls. But I think I'm gonna do those finishing touches without the camera on. But yeah, I am very sweaty. I don't know if you can hear me because it's so much echo in this room. So hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully this little mic is doing a good job. But yeah, I just wanted to film the last clip in my art studio and tell you that if you ever moved, or if you are moving, or if you are in any kind of change process in your life, it looks quite messy and not charming. I a lot of the time see on TikTok, and on social media how people are just like bam, and it's all white walls, and then bam, and it's all made up. And I'm here to tell you that the process of moving is hard, not just physically but also emotionally. It's very messy. I am really tired, but I have to assemble everything in my new apartment, so I can't rest yet. I'm trying to feel excited for this. It doesn't come natural to me. Changes for me are really hard, and I got into situations in the past that I did not like. My last apartment was not cool. I didn't like that. If you are here for a long time already, you maybe remember my videos from my old art studio. And yeah, I didn't like the apartment. I didn't like living there. I don't know. It's just, I didn't like the vibes there. And so, because I had these experiences of not liking living somewhere, I am a little scared and hesitant to be excited about new home and new art studio. But I feel like it's going to be fine. There is a very good chance that this is exactly the right move for me, and exactly the right choice, and exactly the right circumstance for the next chapter in my life. Yes, I think it is the right decision. Once I heard the thing from Dolly Parton, I'm sure you know who that is, and she said, sometimes the right decision will break your heart. So if it feels hard or if it feels bad, that doesn't mean it's the wrong decision, and it doesn't mean that it's not going to turn out okay. It's just that the changes are hard. Thank you so much for watching my videos. Thank you so much for being here. We've been here for 2 years now, painting in this room and creating things and hanging out. And if you're old here, thank you so much for sticking around. And if you are new here and maybe that is your first video, we are gonna have fun in my new place from now on. But I would just like to thank you for hanging along with me on my journey. And yeah, I will see you in a different space, in a different art studio, and I'm going to go pack up my other things, clean this floor, and practice gratitude for my new apartment and the good things coming in my future, my near future. I hope you have a really, really, really beautiful day. And if you ever need some creative inspiration, I'm just a video away. Bye. I have to remind myself that I'm not leaving myself there. I'm taking myself with me. I'm just leaving the walls, the empty walls. I'm leaving concrete and wooden furniture and floors. But I'm taking all of myself, my emotions and my memories and my essence, I'm taking it with me wherever I go. I will never leave myself, so I don't have to be afraid.